Hi everyone, my name is Aleksandra. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Everything changed for me when I actually started viewing my relationship with God and my manifestations from God's perspective. I'm asking God for something and I'm thinking like, how is he viewing that? Sometimes people don't realize that like, okay, I'm manifesting that this is gonna happen and they're not doing anything about it. Can you do something about it? If yes, why or not? If I was the most powerful spirit ever, I'm controlling everything around us, and somebody asked me like, I want to be a star, I want to be an actress, and not going to any castings, not trying to learn anything about it, not doing anything, I would be like, I want to help you, I want to do something, but I'm not gonna just like let everything come to you. You have to do something. Like if you want it, then just like do something about it, because okay, you want it and I'm gonna help you because I love you, I want the best for you. But if I give you 10 opportunities and you're not doing anything about them, how is this gonna come true when it's also a physical world? So it's not like it's just about the spirit. Okay, we're spiritual beings, but we live in physical world, so we have to physically do some stuff to actually get us to where we want to be. So if I was God and somebody was asking me like, I want it, and they're not doing anything about it, I would be like, well, you can want it, but you're not gonna get it because I'm giving you the 10th opportunity and you're not doing anything about it. You're not taking it, you're not grabbing it. If you want it, then like I'm gonna help you, but you have to do the work also. It's the same thing as with your mental health. Some people, some therapists, coaches say like, what is in your power, what is not in your power, what you can control or you cannot control. If you can control, for example, how are you responding to some comments, how can you view some things, what can you do when you argue with somebody, things you can control, or your habits or your routine, this you can control. Things you cannot control are somebody else's emotions, the test you're gonna get. You can control how much you're gonna study for it, you cannot control the test you're gonna get. View this as like God can help you with the things you cannot control, because basically like he can control them, you cannot control them, so he's gonna help you with them. But the things you can control, he's like, she get it, this is something that she can do. So it's the same thing as, for example, when you have a child and they are 1 year old or 2 years old, you dress them because they cannot do it physically themselves. You dress them, you feed them, you do everything for them. Then afterwards, when they're like 10, you kind of expect them to dress themselves. You put the clothes there, but they have to put it on. If God gives you the clothes to put on and you're just standing there waiting for him to dress you, it's like you are in the power and it doesn't like take so much of your energy to actually do the work. If he gives you the clothes, if he feeds you, if he gives you the food, you have to eat it, you have to dress yourself, you have to do the work. It doesn't work in the way that I'm gonna manifest things and it's all gonna just like happen, because you're also gonna not only mentally have to work for them, you also physically have to work for them a bit. God is gonna give you opportunities, God is gonna help you, God is gonna guide you, but you have to let yourself be guided because you also live in a physical world. You cannot just expect everybody to do everything for you, and neither can you expect God to do everything for you when you actually are in power to do something. Another thing is like, sometimes people are asking, I want to have a healthy relationship, I want to meet my husband, I want to meet my wife, I want to already be in the relationship like that is going to last forever, but they are not emotionally mature enough to actually be in this relationship. You cannot expect God to give you this huge thing that also comes with responsibility when you're not responsible enough to actually get it. You cannot expect him to actually put everything for you just for you to mess it up. He has to wait until you're actually fully ready to get it, because it messes up with my mind when some girls are like, I hate men, I hate men, I hate men, I want to meet a husband. If your whole viewpoint of men is that they are awful, they're gonna cheat, they're gonna make your life miserable, then subconsciously would you do anything in direction of a marriage if you believe that men are terrible? I don't get it. You want a healthy relationship, but you still crave toxic male attention. Like wherever you want to go, you don't dress for yourself, you dress for the male gaze, and you want to find like your dream relationship. Or you go clubbing and you kiss 10 guys in one night. I'm not shaming people who do it. For example, you want to have religious husband who's steady, who is financially responsible, who is just basically calm, who's romantic, who's peaceful. Usually men like that don't go clubbing. And if you go clubbing and the guy kisses you like in 10 minutes of knowing each other, that's probably not your dream husband, because your dream husband would basically like kind of set the boundaries and would be scared to make such a sudden move on you. If you want some things, you have to actually be responsible enough to get them, and don't blame the universe like, why are my manifestations not coming true? Because you're not ready. You're literally not ready. And I know also for my relationship, because I know that before that I was attracting not so healthy relationships because I wasn't healthy either. I didn't heal all my issues and I was craving male's validation. I was craving this bad boy energy. I wasn't attracted to when somebody somebody was treating me kindly, softly. This wasn't something that I was comfortable with. I didn't want things like that. This was not something that I was attracted to. I also wasn't healthy enough to attract something that was better. And then I finally gave myself the space and I did the work on myself and I healed. And this is when I got into the relationship, even though I met my current boyfriend a year before we actually got into the relationship, but we were friends and we were actually just very like platonically friends. But God didn't make us like fall in love instantly, because I needed to go through a lot of stuff before I was actually ready to be treated the way that he was treating me, that he is treating me like a freaking princess that I love. And also he needed to go through some stuff. Like we both needed to learn. We both needed to become a person who is responsible enough to actually know how to act in a relationship. Also right now, maybe the things that I want, maybe in the future I'm going to be like, I wouldn't be ready for all the responsibility that actually comes with that. And right now I see myself from like even a year ago, and I'm like, I wouldn't be ready for responsibility like that. Some things that you manifest, you're just not ready for them. Even maybe like I have a few things, a few plans, a few dreams. I know that, for example, sometimes I'm thinking to myself, what I want right now, this is still something that I'm really like working on, because I want this one dream of mine. But whenever I'm manifesting, I'm kind of getting like this fear inside. Oh my gosh, what do I do now? I think that unless I actually heal this fear, unless I actually address it and be like, why is this? Just heal it from the root. I'm not gonna get this thing. I'm not gonna manifest my dreams unless I'm gonna be ready to actually get them, to actually receive them. And the way you are ready, the way you become ready to actually get those things is literally everyday habits. That's it. That's all. I already mentioned in my previous video, the way you are becoming the person of your dreams is, first of all, understanding who is the person of your dreams. Like, who do you actually want to become? Because this is very important. And you really like, you want to understand, like, if this is the person I want to be, because like you actually become them. And then think what this person would do, how this person would act, what this person is giving from themselves to other people. What is his morning routine? What is his evening routine? What are his goals? What is the next step? Like, just understand the person that you're actually going to be. Understand who you want to be. And then literally just write down the things that he does, what she does. Just understand the actions that they take in everyday life, because this is very important. Because basically you cannot say, oh, I'm a very determined person, and then you are laying in bed 24/7 and you're not doing anything to your goals. You cannot say you're disciplined if you're not like actually doing the actions that are like disciplined. You cannot say that I'm a person who is reaching for a lot when your actions do not align. You cannot be the person who is very kind and yet you are cruel to other people. Like, your actions have to match. When you start doing the actions, you can actually name yourself with qualities. You cannot say I'm this kind of person and then not match it with actions. When some people, for example, tell me like, oh, I'm not a good person because I did some events before in my life. I'm like, okay, and do you still do those events? No, not since years. Why would you say that you're not a good person if you're acting like a good person? You just like messed up a few things in your very long ago past. You can change. You can become somebody that you aspire to be. You can be your dream person. You just have to start acting like them. I cannot be this person today because I cannot go to the gym for 2 hours. Go for half an hour. Go for 15 minutes. Just go. Literally just try. Just be consistent. List down the things that this person, this dream person of yours does, and just be consistent with them. Just do the actions every day, little by little, because those little steps, if you do nothing at all the time, just like go straight, and if you go little, after 30 days, it's like this difference. What you actually like, where you are right now and where you could have been if you didn't take any actions. Because why would you if you cannot give 100%? Give 50, give 20, give anything, give any percent. Whatever you are able to do, just do it and be consistent. Becoming your dream person, it's not easy. It takes discipline. It takes a lot of discipline and not motivation. Sometimes I'm really not motivated to do anything, but I'm very disciplined. Honestly, the biggest things I ever achieved were because I was disciplined. If you want to change yourself, your whole being, it's not easy. Nobody said it's easy, but it's possible, and it's very much possible. You only have to do stuff. Actually, manifestation is harder than just doing, because if I just had to do some stuff and I would have a guarantee like I'm gonna get it, I would just do it. When I have to change my whole mindset, change my whole perception to something else, it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of time, because actually mentality is much stronger than physical thing. Mentality is so freaking strong. You have to reprogram your whole subconsciousness. It's a huge thing. It takes much more effort. When you have the combination of both, like you're set, you're done, you have every resource to actually become the person that you want. But it's not like only your mind can do it. You have to combine. And so you have to believe that you actually can get there, and you have to do the things to actually get there. Because even if God gives you all the opportunities, you have to grab them to actually go places. And just remember that you can say, I'm the best person in the world, but if your actions do not align with it, you are not. You can become it, but your actions speak louder than words. Your actions actually shape who you are. Literally, you look differently when you have different actions, when you have different routines, when you have different habits. Because for example, if I didn't have all the like morning routine habits that I do have, the lymphatic drainage, the facial massages, the like skincare routine, I wouldn't look like that. This shapes my like physical appearance, also the way that you carry yourself is because of the habits that you do. If you are becoming more confident with your truths, with your values, you are showing yourself more confidently. Your actions actually shape who you are. So you have to be disciplined enough to control what you do, to actually have the control over who you are. Okay, I'm just gonna believe I'm gonna become this person. You actually have to do the stuff. You do the stuff. Be more disciplined. If your goal right now doesn't become, I'm gonna be the most disciplined person, so I don't have to depend on anything else, I can actually shape my reality myself, and I'm not gonna just settle for who I am right now, because honestly, if you don't grow, you're settling. You always have to grow. Even if right now you become 10 times better than you were before, if you stay this 10 times better all the time, honestly, you didn't win, because you're not growing constantly. If you do, one big step is less than if you were constantly growing. It's different. So basically, your goal should be always upgrading, and to be always upgrading, you have to have a lot of discipline to actually keep yourself intact, to actually keep yourself in habits, and you have to be very, very focused on that. You have to be disciplined enough to know, okay, right now I reached this goal. When I want to grow more, I have to change my habits. And so again, the discipline of doing the habits, discipline is like a muscle. It literally is a muscle. What you do, literally, you just do. You just do the things, and that's it. You just have to do the stuff. Nobody is gonna change your brain. There's no hypnosis. There's no nothing like that, because what it can change is motivation. Motivation is another thing, because motivation is the feeling that you have. Discipline is what makes you stay intact all the time, and discipline is something that you can actually grow. You can grow the discipline all the time, over and over again. This is the key to how you can stay upgraded. This is the key to how you can actually change your whole being, your whole reality. Everything around you is just being disciplined, and just do the things that the dream version of you would do. That's it. That's all the secret. I am very frustrated at this topic, because like I said, I know that I never really had problems with discipline. This was something that I always have been. Like, I was always very disciplined. I was always very focused on my goals. As women, of course, we have to be more flowy. We don't have to have the discipline every day, the same level. Like I said, perfection is not our goal. And even if you're a man, because I don't want to, generalize, even if you're a man, even if you're a woman, when you go through the phases, when it's more hard to basically stay 100%, you don't have to give 100. Amore, you don't have to give 100. You can literally just give 10 or 5 or 1. Just do something. Just discipline yourself enough to do something. Just grow every day, little by little, more and more. Because it's not about achieving 100%. Basically, perfection is what kills your growth. Because when you aim for the perfection, you don't do much. Because you're like, okay, today I cannot do the perfection. I cannot do 100%. So you're not going to take the exam at all. Like, just give anything from yourself. Just literally give anything, because consistency is what makes it the best. If you give from yourself even this 10%, you're still going to grow 10%, and this is still huge. It's the same as investing. If the investment has like 10% of the profit, when you look at it, it's like 10%. Okay, it's not that much. In some years, it's going to be huge. 10% is so much. If it's little by little, more and more every day, it's going to grow so much, girl. You're not going to recognize yourself. Oh boy, because like I said, I'm not here like, general basing. So just basically do this stuff every day. Don't aim for perfection, but be disciplined enough to even aim for anything. Just do anything every day. And that is all I wanted to say in today's video. I love you guys so much. You make me so happy, and I cannot wait to talk to you next week. If you like the video, leave the thumbs up. If you want to stay for longer, you're very welcome to do so. Join our community by hitting the subscribe button, and I love you guys so much. Have an amazing week. Bye.